Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, y'all. Anyway, my camera is working, and welcome, you guys. Your boy is back for his usual Saturday monologue. Well, what's going on this week? Seemed like it was gonna be a slow week, but we ended up having a full week. The conference finals are trying to still playing out. Ja Morant is trying to have a shootout. UGA lands out. Doc Rivers told to get out. James Harden opts out. San Antonio wins out. And Haney and Loma about to fight it out. All that plus some other topics such as best sports fight, best NBA job available, Braves report, all that with your boys, Armani, Coach, and your boy Red. Red was on vacation this week, but we know he'll be back next week. What's that? I hear something. Anyway, let's finish this monologue up. Episode 282. Let's begin. Why?
All right. Welcome everybody to the Red and Rail Sports Show featuring Red, Armani, and me, the coach. We are real sports athletes, giving you real sports talk. We used to be real sports athletes, but now we're fans. And I'll mess it up again, but hey, we used to be real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real
sports knowledge.
Coming at you live. Red and Coach are coming to you live, ATL. And Armani is coming to you from the Newport News. Newport News, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. We are live. And I'm going to go jump right into it. My number 283. We got a man. He's an older guy now, but he played with the Buffalo Bills. He was their best wide receiver of all time, and he wore the number 83, two-time Pro Bowler. Some of you may know him, Andre Reed, wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills, who made it to 4 Super Bowls and unfortunately won none. No Super Bowls for Mr. Reed, but hey, he was there. He played, and Andre Reed, Hall of Famer, is our number 283. All right, guys. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
All right.
Armani, you got that look in your eyes. I see something getting ready to take place, but we'll see how that works coming up. We want to say welcome to the Reverend Night Nation. I think we have a couple of them here that have popped up. Let's see who's here with the Reverend Night Nation. Thomas Holcomb says, BP, time to slam the gavel. All right, Veronica Paris says, good morning. Good morning, Veronica.
How you doing, Miss Paris?
Thomas is out hunting silverback owl raptors in Antarctica. Okay, we're not going to even touch that one. And he said love to the late great John. We'll get back to that in a few minutes this morning. All right. We're going to jump right into it. I dope, nope, and cope. We're going to start with you, Red. What are you doping on?
I'm doping on. It's been 5 straight years since the worst NBA record won't have the number 1 pick. 5 straight years. Now you probably saying, well, Red, why is that a dope moment? It's a dope moment because it's dope because it lets teams know that all that tanking, trying to have the worst record in the NBA does not work. So you need to play it out and just see how the balls roll out, okay? Stop trying to purposely tank. As you see, Detroit and all these other teams last 5 years that have had the worst record, you are not winning the lottery. So the dope part is that we are forcing these guys to play. The play-in are forcing these guys to play it all the way out into the end of the season because having the worst record doesn't guarantee you anything. So I'm happy, dope, that 5 years in a row, the worst record still ain't winning the NBA lottery. You got to play it out, fellas.
All right, Armani.
I'm doping on one Matt Ryan, former Atlanta Falcons quarterback, striking a deal to become a sports analysis as a sports analyst at CBS. So hey, congrats, Matt. Hey, you had an okay career. I ain't gonna say you had a great career. You had an okay career. I'm glad that you're taking your talents as going to be an analyst. We know that we saw you your last few years as a quarterback. So I'm glad you're trying to switch over a little bit. So dope for you, man. I'm happy for you. You're a great guy. I have my thoughts on you as a quarterback or NFL player, but you're a great dude. You deserve that.
All right, Matthew guys. My dope moment is going to Morant's little sister, who really earlier this week signed with my alma mater, Mississippi Valley State University. I couldn't believe it. She got offers from Georgia, Grambling, other schools, and she decided to actually come to my little school, Mississippi Valley State University. And somebody's already asked, is she a better shooter? And they put quotes around it than Ja Morant. I say, here we go. Let the fly, because they're about to come little by little. Maya Morant goes to Mississippi Valley State University. I couldn't believe it. I was stunned. I say, wow. But that's my dope moment. All right, Armani, what's your note moment?
My note moment is going to one James Harden. You, sir, are responsible for 3 head coaches being fired. McHale, Nash, and Doc Rivers. Good job. Good job. Everybody wanted James Harden, one of the greatest shooters of all. Shut up. I'm tired of it. Shut up. But we're going to get back to that later. But James Harden, I'm coming for you today. I am coming for you today.
Red, what's your note moment?
Well, I don't know, Coach. Kind of. What, Coach? Did you really steal? You know what, though? I'm going to leave things just the way they are. I'm going to pull a rail. I ain't going to let Coach steal my thunder. I'm going to still use both of my notes and Coach the exact way I want to. Because I think I can add a little bit more to what Coach said. All right. My note moment. Well, let me see if I can figure it out. You guys threw me off for a minute because all right. This is my note moment. Nope to the national wildlife and bird life in Arizona. Nope to that. Why am I noping to the national wildlife and the bird habitat in Arizona? Because not once, but twice have we had a bird being killed by an Arizona pitcher. If it wasn't years ago with Randy Johnson killing a bird with his windup and throwing it to the plate, this week we got Zach Gallen killing a bird while warming up in the outfield dugout. Lord have mercy. Birds, you just don't have no good luck in Arizona. So nope to the bird life and national wildlife trying to have a habitat in the Arizona area. Please get out. You are not safe, especially near Chase Park.
All right. My note moment goes, and I talk about them all the time. I try to give them some love. But today my note moment goes to the entire WNBA. It's not safe to be drafted in the WNBA nowadays because you don't know if you're going to make the team. And they have cut several players who got drafted this year, last year, and the year before because they simply don't have enough room. They don't have enough teams. They don't have enough room. So players who gotten drafted, I think one, Bria Bell, from South Carolina got drafted this year. She got cut. I'm like, how do you cut somebody you just drafted this year? What kind of sense does it make in the WNBA? I've been supporting you, but now I can't support you now. You're getting rid of some of these girls who don't have a career now, who thought they'd get drafted and come to the WNBA and make some money. Now you almost forcing them to go overseas and play basketball. So my note goes to the WNBA until you get more teams or more money or more something, anything. One thing I did notice, though, they had a nice crowd in Canada, so you may want to look at that. I don't know. But right now, I can't give you nothing but a note, WNBA, because that's terrible. You cutting all these girls who's supposed to be trying to play and get drafted and who felt good, clap their hands because they got drafted, but now they don't have a team. So note to the WNBA. All right, Red, what you coaching on?
All right, Coach, I'm about to piggyback on what you were doping on because I already officially had it from a coach, but I had more to add to it. Well, not me. Coach and the Mississippi State Valley team are gonna have to cope with Nia Morant. That's right. Ja Morant's little sister is committed to MVSU. So get ready for Thug Life and Funkified live and in person. When MVSU loses the game, don't strap up, but strap on your bulletproof vest because Nia will be
Armani.
I'm coping with Grant Williams. Hey man.
Oh Lord.
You can't do that, dog. You can't. You're not one of them ones, man. You know, I'm gonna cope with you today because you got the business last night. The business, man. Like you can't. Come on now. Y'all was winning. As you probably kept your mouth shut, y'all probably would have won the game, but you wanna poke the bear a little bit. Okay. All right, but hey man, you can't do that. You're not on that. You're not on that level yet to be doing stuff like that. But hey, you know you had a decent game, so I'm gonna cope with you today, man. Because I mean, yeah, Jimmy Butler came in, he gave it to you. He gave it to the whole Celtics team. So Boston fans, Grant Williams, I'm coping with y'all because y'all are down what 0-2.
All right. My coat moment goes to USC, my Trojans, who is going to have to find a way to work without their athletic director who resigned really abruptly this week. They're going to have to try to find a new AD before they move to the Big Ten, or they might have a few conflicts. I don't know. I haven't looked into the story why he resigned, but they said something happened. Who knows? Could be money, could be conflict. I don't know, but coping with USC.
How old was he?
I don't think he was that old. Oh, I see now. Health challenges. So it was health issues. He's only been there 4 years, but they said health issues. 62 years old, so who knows? That could be something with it. All right.
He older than you, man.
Yeah, he beat me. He got me by a few years. We're not gonna say how many. It's just a few. All right. Let's go into the Reverend Nation, see what they had to say. It's kind of quiet on the front. Let me see. All right. Thomas said dope Todd Bowles and Jalen Hurts getting their college degrees last week. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Todd Bowles?
Yeah, he got his degree. Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, Miss Harris. Good morning, Miss Harris. How are you this morning?
Miss Harris, how you doing?
Thomas's moment said, no moment, the Atlanta Celtics blowing that lead last night. You call me Atlanta Celtics.
I don't know how Atlanta got in this, Thomas.
Poking the bear.
For real.
Yeah,
you leave Atlanta out of this. We're not in the playoffs.
Yeah, so I don't know where that snuck in. All right, those are the only comments. Let's go right into the NBA playoffs, which the finals of the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference started this week.
You don't want to do Jim Brown first?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go. Thank you, Red. remembering Jim Brown. Jim Brown, as we know, passed this week. One of the greatest, if not the greatest, football player in NFL history. He's 87 years old. His wife said he died peacefully in his sleep a couple of nights ago. What are your thoughts about Jim Brown and his legacy for the sport of the NFL? Either one of you can go first.
Okay, I guess I started off. Well, my initial thoughts were when I first met Jim Brown, he was working in a rib shack. Oh, I'm gonna get you, sucker. That was the first time I ever saw Jim Brown in my life. He was working in a rib shack on I'm gonna get you, sucker, and being completely irritated by a very young Chris Rock. So that was my first impression of Jim Brown. Lo and behold, after I see the movie, and you know I'm a movie guy, so I'm always the guy that's gonna always look at the names of the cast that were in movies I like. And of course, I know Jim. When I hear the name Jim Brown, I know that's the guy that was in the movie with Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes, Jim Brown, those are two guys that was in the rib shack, and I'm gonna get you, sucker. So it was after I saw the movie that I'm starting to find out who Jim Brown is. And I kept hearing Jim Brown in football, Jim Brown in NFL. And I kept saying, Jim Brown, man, he got the same name as that dude that was in the rib shack. And lo and behold, they the same people. Of course, y'all, I'm young at this time, but yeah, find out them two the same guys. That guy that worked in the rib shack was one of the best NFL players of all time. Imagine my surprise, because I think I'm around when I'm gonna get you some come out around 89, 90. So I'm 9, 10 years old. So yeah, I'm about 2-3 years in the NFL, keeping up with the NFL around this time. So yeah, imagine my beholder. The guy from one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in a movie was a great NFL player. Imagine my behold later on finding out that his partner Isaac Hayes was a Grammy-winning recording artist. Wow, like Lord have mercy. So, like I said, it was just nice to find out. Of course, most of his playing moments, I have to go back and I would see on NFL films or most of the highlights on YouTube and stuff, because I wasn't around doing his play day. I think Coach probably was the only one that was around doing his play day. So but like I say, the dude was a definitely NFL pioneer. I mean, not only was he one of the great NFL players of all time, what the guy did for the community, his civil activism. I mean, he retired at a young age. He retired and went on to do movies. And after he did movies, he went on and started taking care of the community. So the guy was definitely a Renaissance man. I mean, you add Hall of Fame NFL player, solid Hollywood actor, determined and dedicated civil rights activist. I mean, Jim Brown, what more can you say about this man? Like I say, just a great man whose spirit and charisma uplift every room he's in. Jim Brown, definite ambassador of the Cleveland Browns. Jim Brown, what a man, what a career, what a life. Rest in peace, buddy. We love you, Jimmy.
Armani?
Well, of course, I wouldn't even thought of when Jim Brown was playing football.
No, sir.
I'm pretty sure Coach got to see him live in action. But anyway, I didn't know about Jim Brown until I saw the movie Any Given Sunday when I was a kid. And he was on there, and I remember him and Bill Bellamy, the comedian, did this interview. How Jim Brown was talking junk to these young guys on set, and one of the young guys picked him up and set him on the ground. And he said he's not this goofy off, but that was my first time hearing about who Jim Brown was, and then of course we know about the LL Cool J, Jamie Foxx whole fiasco with the movie Any Given Sunday. But then I started to do my own research to kind of figure out who Jim Brown was, and he was of course civil rights activist and actor. And then a movie came out. What was that? 2 years ago with him, Ali, and Sam Cooke. And Jim Brown was a great football player, one of the all-time greats. Very revolutionary. Sorry that he passed away. My thoughts and prayers go to his family. Jim Brown, rest in peace, man. You made a mark on the Black community. You broke barriers for African Americans in the movie industry and in the NFL. So congratulations to his family for having that type of guy, to lean on, and it's just sad to see him go. So hey, rest in peace.
All right. You look at Jim Brown, and his pro career was short, but he made flashback to Armani. He made 9 in Pro Bowls, 9, and he was considered and is considered the best football player of all time. He also played lacrosse, which I didn't know, but they say he was one of the best lacrosse players of all time. So he's one of those well-rounded athletes and considered the best athlete of all time. And the picture, ever look up that picture of him, Kareem, Muhammad Ali, and I think it was Bill Russell, all sitting at the table for human rights, for Civil Rights Act. They say that's an iconic picture that will never happen again. That picture spoke volume. Those guys all spoke up for Black awareness and civil rights, and that picture is posted somewhere. I forgot where it was, but that is one of those iconic pictures for Black athletes in history. And quiet as kept, Jim Brown actually was on the show Living Single. At one time, he made an appearance on Living Single, talking about Cleveland Browns and talking about other stuff. He also had, like Red said, movies at Dirty Dozen, all those movies he was in. He was one of the more well-rounded individuals. He's been everywhere. If you don't know Jim Brown, I don't know if you know NFL football or athletes, because he was that kind of guy. Like everybody said, we remember him. He's gonna be probably. I know NFL is gonna do something before the season start or the game or something for him. So rest in peace to one of the icons of NFL and sports period, Jim Brown. Yeah, he's one of the best. And I did not attend any of his games. I missed him. I saw him, but I never attended any games. I watched them all. But yeah, he was a bad dude. And he did what he did. All right. Let me see what the
how you doing, Miss Margaret?
Okay. Wait a minute. Let me go back. I'm sorry. I picked out of that. Thomas had another cope. The WNBA. He said the WNBA has started.
We all coping with that.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, I don't know. Brittany Griner game last night looked like it was pretty crowded. So
yeah, she had 18 points, 5 rebounds. She played well, even though they got beat. She played well. Hey, good morning.
Why is Diana Taurasi still playing?
Yeah, she can, I guess. Dana, good morning, Sister Dana. How are you? Yeah, Diana Taurasi, this got to be her last year.
I'm saying, is she still effective? She's still good, or she just on the bench?
She still run the point pretty well. They said she starts. She run the point, so I don't know how much longer she got. Like you said, it's like
I just remember when her and Skylar Diggins fighting last year.
Knowing something, and they did something. Them two. Good morning, Melvin. Memphis is tuning in. We're gonna talk about it in a few minutes. We're gonna get to them. All right. Let's go to the game. The game, the Celtics and the Heat. It's just
where's Mitchell at?
I don't know what the Celtics are here, but Mitchell, just like Red said, your boys are in trouble. Red, since you're talking about it, wait a minute. Lord Harrison, we have a special guest star that has popped up out of nowhere. It is the Reverend. Good morning, Reverend.
What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
What's
All
going
right.
on,
What's
Rev?
up, Rev?
Not much,
We
man. Just wanted to say hello to these gentlemen. I'm in Washington D.C. at the Black History Museum, about to take this tour. So I said, while I have some downtime, real quick, before I explore this great building of African American history, I just wanted to say hello and make sure y'all are acting
Now, Rev. Now, Rev.
Now,
Rev, you say you in the Museum for African American History.
right. Yes, sir.
When you gonna get the coaching section?
Here we go. Here we go.
I think his section is at the bottom in the 1800s. So
Oh,
I'll look for Coach's picture in the 1800s.
okay.
Here we
Once I
go.
see it, once I see, I'm gonna take a picture and text it to y'all.
No,
Okay.
okay.
Coach
All
in
right,
Mississippi
Rev.
kicking cotton.
We need those iconic pictures for the show.
While you're here, Rev, we about to start on talking about the Celtics and the Heat series where the Heat are up 2-0. What's your thoughts on last night's game and the series going forward?
Last night's game just shows the importance of experience as a playoff player. Like Jimmy Butler's experience definitely paid off. He's a dog. It shows the ignorance of brother Graham, who thought he was going to get in the head of Jimmy Butler, and obviously he didn't understand that Jimmy Butler is a dog and he's an all-star for a reason. I think in this series, just like the Lakers series, coaching inexperience is showing up. I like Boston's team, but you could just tell that they're not as well coached as Miami. And Miami continues to grind, grind, grind. And therefore, Boston has to learn how to be more conservative in their approach when they have a lead. In both games, they've had like 8, 10 point plus leads. And in both games, they wound up losing. And you can't keep shooting threes when you're up 10, 13 points. Get quality baskets so that you can continue to add on to the lead. So Boston is running the risk of getting swept. I'm not going to say it's completely over because Boston has been like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde all year long. They're liable to lose 2 in Boston and win 2 in Miami. Now, if they lose 1 in Miami, it's a wrap because I don't see uh, Miami losing 4 out of 5. But, we're going to really see where Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's heads are. Sometimes the Celtics have shown the propensity to play better and play their best basketball when their backs are against the wall. And definitely their backs are against the wall. So we're going to see what they're all about now.
All right. Red, what's your opinion of the series far?
Well, Rev definitely makes some good points as far as the coaching aspect of the series. I think Brother Muzula is completely in over his head, man. Dude, I have no idea why he continues to try to battle the Boston media. Dude, when it comes to the Boston media versus black head coaches, they are about 100 and something and okay? Dude, you are not gonna win that battle, especially when you're losing. Okay? Stop trying to have a battle with the media, dude, and you're not even winning. You have proved nothing up there in Boston, dude. You got the job. Okay, congratulations, but you got to earn that position there. Everybody knows who watching sports. The way to get the Boston crowd behind you is show up in the playoffs. That's all they care about up there, dude, is playoff performance and winning championships. Now, for players and coaches, if you don't know this, then you might not want to commit to coaching or playing in Boston because they don't give a you know what about the regular season. They don't give a you know what about your past. It's all about the present and what are you doing for me now, okay? And Brother Missoula, dude, you are failing miserably up there. So you better get it together. But personally, Rev, Armani and Coach, I think it's over with. I think the series is over with. There's no way Miami gonna go home and lose both of those games. Even if they split down there in Miami, it is over with. They'll come back to Boston, they either win that one or lose that one and close it out in Miami. One way or another, this series is over with. It's not going 7 games. It's either going to end in 5 or it's going to end in 6. It might end in 4 if the Celtics don't win tomorrow. But I personally think Miami going to be feeling themselves. They're going to celebrate a little tonight. So, Boston, you might be able to sneak one tomorrow. Boston, if you don't sneak one tomorrow, this thing might be over in 4 real, because once Boston go down 3-0, you think Jimmy and the boys not gonna be smelling blood? It's the wrong team to go down 3-0 with. I'm telling you that right now.
Armani.
Oh, and one more thing, Coach. As far as Grant
Okay.
Williams, dude, another sucker for the light-skinned crew. You are out, and don't ever try to get back in. Talking to you, Grant Williams. Like Armani said, you are a joke, and Armani, I hope you clown them some more, money. Get on them some more, because Grant Williams, that was some bull crap last night. Y'all were winning until you thought you were the man. You gonna get up in Jimmy Butler head? Fool, are you crazy? Sit your light-skinned butt down and get out the game, because you ruined it for them, boy. You ain't never getting back in the light-skinned crew again with that garbage. Oh, well, what I'm talking about, I'm a Celtics hater anyway, so I appreciate it.
Armani.
I don't even know where to start, because I mean the Celtics just look so inexperienced. Like they look like Ray was saying, they act like they ain't never been there before. So with that being said, I mean, and then on top of that, Grant Williams, why would you even do that? All right, that game reminded me last night of when I think Chris Bosh's cousin said something to LeBron James like 10 years ago when he was in Cleveland, and then LeBron pointed at his cousin. He was like, "Remember, if y'all lose this game, it's her fault." That's what it reminded me of. Why would you do that? You gonna heckle the best player on the team? Why would you do that? Why? Y'all had the game. Y'all was up, I think 4 or 5, and you just sitting there messing with him, poking with him. Okay. And then guess what? That happened. So, I mean, you can't do stuff like that. You can't, especially when Jimmy, he can get hot. Jimmy is the type of player, he can get hot at any second. He can be cold all game, but with the right motivation, he can get hot like that. So why would you even fuel the fire? Come on, man. You can't do that. I think the Celtics are done. Y'all lost 2 at home. Then you got to go to Miami and win 1 to kind of bring it back a little. I mean, just to even have a chance. So Miami, I think they got it, man, because, I mean, Jimmy Butler, he is a dog. He has shown that he is a dog, and he can bark. He can take over the game, unlike some people I know. But we'll get to that later. I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna leave it alone. He said Tobias Harris over me. Anyway, all right, I'm done.
All right. And I'm gonna piggyback off all y'all to look at it. Like Rev said, coaching has a lot to do with it. And Red mentioned Miami is gonna probably party tonight, so they might be a little rusty coming into game 3, and the Celtics may steal one just because it's game 3. But my take from it is, what's his name? Played for the Celtics. I don't forget his name just that fast. Jason Tatum.
Jason Tater Top.
Where are you in the 4th quarter?
They could.
Absolutely invisible.
I mean, I'm like, your best player, and you all don't find ways to get him the ball in the 4th quarter when you really need him, when you really he should be ready to go, and he gets 0 points or 0 touches or doesn't get the ball. That's your main scorer, and I know they double teaming. That's smart, but still, he got to get the ball. You got to put the ball in his hands sometime.
They keep calling this guy Kobe-like, man, and the dude keep disappearing in the fourth quarter. Man, please stop putting Kobe's name on these fourth quarter chokers, man. Booker and Tatum, man, get them out of here. I don't want to hear Kobe associated with these guys ever again. Tatum, you disappearing in the fourth quarter. Last two games, how many points you don't score on the field goal the last two games, Jason? As many points as all four of us don't score. 0. If it weren't for the foul line, boy, your butt would be scoreless in the fourth quarter. Jason, Tatum don't get his butt confused with Kobe. Ain't no way, no Kobe, no how, no way.
All right.
Sorry, Coach.
Yeah, we got the dumb button ready. Final thought. Anybody got any final thoughts on this series? They play tomorrow. Where do they go from here? Where do the Celtics go? And it's amazing. We talked about it earlier. Miami is still considered the underdog because they came from the play-in game, but that may be motivation for Miami. Any thoughts about it? Last thoughts?
Well, Mitchell. Oh, go ahead, Real. Sorry.
No, it's must win for Boston, period. Game 3 is must win. They lose game 3, they might as well get ready either for the sweep or the gentleman's sweep. It's just simple as that.
I got a new broom, so I'm ready. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. Can't stand. I'm like Red. I don't like nothing. I don't like Boston green. I went up there a few times. I'm really not a fan of the city like that anyway. So, hey, get them up out of here.
I just got one question. Did Mitchell oversleep this morning? Because he is nowhere to be found on the Red Sports Show. Well, don't worry, Mitch. You ain't hide, buddy. We'll come to your page if we want to. We will find you, Mitch. So I hope you're ready. Because like Red said, y'all don't win tomorrow, dude. Not only, you might as well start writing your last rights because your Celtics season is over. No 18th ring. Nada. Still tied with us. And I know you sitting at home worried about the Lakers and Nuggets tonight. You don't worry. Celtics fan don't need to worry about the Lakers and Nuggets. You need to worry about yourself, okay? We'll handle our business one way or another. Y'all not getting that 18th ring this year. This whole season, all of the high seeds in the East, all of the Tatums and the Jaylen Browns, all of that for nothing. Absolutely nothing. A wasted season. You hear that, Celtics fans? Wasted season. So take that green off, okay? Cancel St. Patrick's Day because it is over in Beantown, okay?
Wait a minute. Let me see. Alexis said, let me see. It'll pop up.
You missed a few coming. You probably have to go back.
Yeah, a few came up. He said the Celtics should not extend Joe Mazzulla because wait a minute. Let me see if it'll pop back up.
I got it, coach. The Celtics should not have extended Joe Mazzulla because there are other coaches out there now. He truly doesn't know how to handle coaching in the playoffs, says Alexis Hill.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at it, first year coach, well, hey, he got him this far. I'm not going to completely dismiss him, but he doesn't like timeouts. I know that. He does not like to call timeouts. He wants them to stay out there and play. So I don't know if that's a bad thing, good thing, or whatever, but he's getting a baptism. Uh-oh. There's only one type of green that Red is a fan of.
Coach, you missed a few comments. Scroll back up. It's a lot of comments.
Let's see. Let's go back. Yeah, because I know
Don't worry, y'all. We're gonna get your comments on.
Thomas said to you, Ray, you're gonna need about 4 hours.
He's talking about the Smithsonian.
That's what he was saying, looking for your Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Red Watkins said, look like you about to cut on Memphis, which you probably will in a few minutes. We're going to get to that. And that's coming up. Antoine Smith said, coaching is the key, of course. Second half adjustments killing the Lakers and the Celtics. All right. We saw Dana. To your point, Red. Dana said light skinned dudes are struggling. All light skinned dudes seem to be having problems in the series. I don't know why. It's just light skin, but yeah, they are. Misha said Armani, they're gonna get one in Miami. Said the Celtics probably gonna get one in Miami.
They
You'll see.
could. It's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be the next game, or if they don't win the next game.
Yeah.
And Antoine said that's why Philly should have kept
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
We gonna get to that. We gonna get to
which
all
really
that.
gonna, yeah, it's coming. I smell the pain coming from Armani. All right, let's jump to the next series, which is also an interesting series, where the Nuggets and the Lakers are right now. The Nuggets, to a lot of people's surprise, pretty much everybody's surprise, are up 2-0 on the Lakers. And then Nuggets out the number one seed, but a lot saying was the Lakers had the momentum and would come in. Nobody expected this one to be 2-0. Armani, what's your thoughts on this series, Scar?
Honestly, it's the Jokic is doing. Seems like he's having his way with AD. I think AD been a little soft. I mean, that's just me. Jokic doing what he want to do, getting all the inside, getting inside like he want to, getting the post game, just doing the things that he want to do. So, hey, there's got to be some adjustments made. I mean, you can't have Jokic going off like that. You can't. I mean, AD, get yourself together, man. Like you said, this is supposedly your team now. LeBron can't do but so much. He almost 40 years old. D'Angelo Russell had he's had an all right game, had an all right 2 games, but I mean, I think what the NBA has really come to is the 3-point. Listen, if the 3 is not going, try and get inside. Go back to the inside game. AD is supposedly one of the best big, or if not the best big man in all of basketball. Listen, get inside. Get some easy shots if you're not hitting the 3. The 3 is not going to always be there, Austin Reeves. So, with that being said, the Lakers find themselves down 0-2 going back to LA. But the difference in this series and the Boston-Miami series is the Lakers got a chance to go home, instead of, having to go on the road and be down 0-2. The Lakers get a chance to go back home, go to LA, and reclaim them 2 games that, with the home crowd cooking. And, of course, when you go to Denver, you in a higher elevation or high altitude. So, that has a lot to do with it. So, hey, Lakers got a chance. Today they got to have this game, because if the Lakers don't win tonight, they're gonna find themselves possibly getting swept too. So, got to win tonight.
Rev?
Once again, it's about coaching experience. I mean, Mike Malone is one of the best coaches in the league. We forget about the job that he did at Sacramento. He was the best thing that happened to Boogie Cousins while he was in Sacramento. And for some reason, Sacramento abruptly fired. And Denver scooped him up real good. And Mike Malone is a coach. And you can see he's not intimidated by the Laker brand. He knows what kind of squad he has. So we see where Darvin Ham made some rookie mistakes. Game 1, why are you starting 3 guards when the front court of Denver goes 6'10", 6'9", 6'11"? And you think starting Dennis Schroeder, Russell, Reeves, Braun at the 4, and AD at the 5 is a smart starting lineup. I mean, come on, you have to realize that lineup was good for Golden State when they were playing small ball. You're clearly playing large ball in the next series. So that didn't help with game 1. I'm sure the altitude didn't help with game 1 either. So, the Lakers made a valiant effort to get back in game 1. Game 2, once again, coaching, in my opinion. Why do you put LeBron at any time on Jokic? Because LeBron has limited stamina these days.
He's no longer the world class athlete that he was. This is why LeBron settles for 3 pointers because he doesn't have any legs to try to go down the lane once the game is in the clutch. And you saw how badly he missed that layup when he could have cut the lead to two after he stole the ball. But now, because he doesn't have the elite athleticism that he once had, he was more so concerned about Aaron Gordon blocking his shot. That's why he threw the ball up the way he did rather than having the confidence that he could flush it on Aaron Gordon like he would have done years past. So they got to find ways to preserve LeBron's legs, especially since AD is not being the man. Here's the reality. AD does not get easy shots because he is weak. And until he commits to the weight room, he will never be consistently dominant. This is why he has the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde games that he has. 40 points one game, 18 points the next. 30 points one game, 12 points the next time. These teams have learned if they get physical with AD, he's going to shy away from the paint. He's going to settle for jump shots. And at some point, AD has to look himself in the mirror and say, do I want to be the best, one of the best players to ever play this game? If I'm going to do so, I'm going to take a page from the Greek freak. I'm going to get cockeyed so that I can get easy buckets where folks are going to be afraid to guard me. Ain't nobody, guards included, afraid to guard AD. And that's why AD struggles to get easy buckets because he's weak.
Red, your Lakers your Lakers in trouble, or are they gonna turn the page tonight at the crypto?
Uh, they should be able to turn the page tonight at the crypto. If they don't, I'll be completely disappointed and probably on a rant raving like Armani. But I expect them to show up tonight. Like Rev said, this series comes down to coaching. The one coach has the experience, and one the other coach is making rookie mistakes. And not only that, in addition to his rookie mistakes, he's being a little too loyal to me. I think Darvin Ham is exhibiting that Bobby Cox syndrome when he's keeping D'Angelo Russell on the court, knowing that he's struggling right now in this series. And Coach Ham, you have to realize, dude, we trying to win a ring. Personal feelings has no room in these playoffs. If D'Lo don't have it, dude, you got to sit him down. I mean, the Lakers are D'Lo is a minus. We are a minus with D'Lo on the court, real. I mean, D'Lo off the court, we bouncing them all over the floor. So Ham has to recognize that D'Lo is struggling in this series, and you have to sit him and once again, like Rev said, the first game. What are you thinking going with a small guard with all that size up there? Every Laker fan in America was killing Ham for that stupid move he did. Dennis Schroeder was good for Golden State. Like we said, that was a small team. Their best player is Steph Curry. Denver's best player is Nikola Jokic. Dude, so that means to battle that, you need to you can put Dennis on Steph to combat that with the Warriors, but to help him to defeat Jokic, you got to put a big man on there. Rui, William Gabriel, Tristan Thompson, all the big men we have on the bench, you need to be using them on the court. I don't care if you're just throwing them out there to get 6 fouls. You need to be using them, and you need to be using them to intimidate, not intimidate, but to irritate Jokic and enough to get him off his game. Anthony Davis, I can sit here and go over his inconsistency forever. I've done it so many times, it's getting tiring. But like Rev said, we got to have a consistent Anthony Davis. Lakers. How many times I have to keep stressing this out? We are a paint team. Stop shooting 3-point shots. AD and LeBron don't ever need to shoot a 3-point shot. Not while we're playing right now. Not in this series. Stay in the paint. We have guards for 3-point shooting, and they shots not even on right now, but we don't need LeBron adding more 3-point misses to our misses we already have anyway. Stay in the paint. That's where we have the advantage, LeBron and AD, in the paint. Nikola Jokic is not that physical of a player. He's not that rim protector like a Jokic. I mean, not like Jokic, but like a Giannis or some of these other guys who's gonna block your shot every time you come scrolling down the court. I don't even remember one big block Jokic just had in these playoffs. So it's not like the Lakers don't have an advantage in the paint. I mean, Aaron Gordon, who is he stopping? So LeBron and AD, the key to this series is A, stop committing to self-inflicted wounds. B, take advantage of your size. And 3, Ham, you have got to coach smarter and with a little bit more higher IQ. But other than that, I still think the Lakers are right here. I've seen teams come back from 2-0 deficits before. Not one of my teams, but hey, it's the first time for everything. I usually like my teams to win a game early on and have that advantage. But it's been done. Teams have come back from 2-0 before. Okay. Lakers, the Denver Nuggets took care of home. Lakers, it's time for you to take care of home advantage and then get it to a pivotal game 5 on Wednesday where anything can happen. But you, Lakers, have to take care of your home court first and foremost. If that don't happen, then everybody right. The series is over. And then it's going to be red right here next Saturday because you know I ain't going to be. So Lakers, to prevent another rant from Red next Saturday, to have all of Facebook tune in next Saturday because they know Red going to be about to blow a gasket. Let's prevent that dramatic situation and let's have a happy show next week because Red is happy because the Lakers did take care of business. And on that pivotal game 5 on Wednesday, Red can be happy because the Lakers have gotten back in the series. And who knows, they can snatch that game 5 and be ready to steal this series on Friday night. And when episode 283 starts next Saturday, Red will be so happy. But we got to take care of business first. So go Lakers tonight. I know you're not out of it. I know you're going to get back in it. But let's have a happy Red for episode 283.
Yeah, looking at this series, Hachimura, the Hatchet Man, came in and was perfect for a while. He came in and showed that he was a valuable pickup for the Lakers coming in doing what he did. But I don't think anybody, unless you're a Denver fan, whatever, nobody expects a sweep in this series. I don't think even if the Nuggets win Game 3, I don't think it's going to be a sweep. If it is, it'll be one of the biggest shockers in America in the playoffs that they can sweep. But it's got to be Darvin Ham. You're on the clock, just like y'all. Everybody's on the clock tonight, son. If you don't make the correct adjustments and go down 3-0, it's going to be some pain in Los Angeles, and they're going to be calling the phone line like they do in Philadelphia, like Hamburger. You got to get your stuff right, my brother. You got to get it right, or else the Lakers. Looking at both series, I'm going to end on this. Miami and the Lakers came from play-in games to the finals, but they're not resting on that, and they're hungry and trying to make it to the finals, and that could be an interesting development going forward. Dana said Game 3 is still for both teams. If LA loses, series. If Denver loses, LA has hope. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I don't think Darvin Ham's job not going to be in jeopardy if we lose this series because of how we rebounded.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but he definitely gonna feel the heat now. I wouldn't be listening to the radio stations in LA for a few days, Ham, if you lose. But it ain't gonna be as bad as in Philadelphia now, because like I say, Laker Nation has respected and we have appreciated the coaching job that Ham has done to get us from that awful start to rebound us back to where we are now, Western Conference Finals, which is where most Laker coaches end up doing it first. So technically, Darvin Ham is on the course that most Laker coaches start out. If you don't think this is his first season, and he got us in the Western Conference Finals, so he's not gonna get fired after that. Lots of Lakers coaches have made it to the Western Conference Finals in season 1, so that's good, Ham, because you could have been out the playoffs in the lottery in season 1, and to go from the start you had to where we are now, Laker Nation appreciates that. Even if we still gonna be mad with you if we don't bounce back in this series. So we'll be pretty mad, but not fire Darvin Ham mad.
No.
Well,
That's too
looking
far
at it,
fetched.
also though, put D'Angelo Russell's face on the milk carton because I don't know where he is right now. Considering he was brought in to be a shooter and do what he's supposed to do, he has been invisible on that
He
Well,
court.
let me just
did
say
not
this.
have it. He just ain't got it this series. Or it
Let me
could
just
be
say this.
he's just 2 games on the road. I mean, like I say.
Red got something to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get ready to go in just a second, but let me just say this about D'Angelo Russell. They are being real careful with D'Lo because they're afraid if he gets benched, they're gonna lose him altogether. So that's why Darvin Ham is being very delicate. He's showing a lot of grace with D'Lo because he's not the most heady person. He doesn't have the best mental toughness. So they're gonna try to stick with D'Lo as long as possible, and hopefully it'll get some reward. But they need him at some point because he's a scorer,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's probably the second best player in terms of being able to get his own shot on the Lakers besides LeBron. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't lose D'Lo. But the one thing that Denver has decided to do is they know he's not a good defender, so they're
Right.
attacking. And I mean, Bruce Brown is like
No.
he is sauce. So we gonna doctor him up real good. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
every time they have D'Lo on somebody from Denver, their eyes lighten up like this is my time to shine. So D'Lo gonna have to go down and deep down into his soul and like, man, are you going to be willing to keep on being disrespected like this? At some point, some pride got to kick in and saying, look, y'all are not going to be trying to sit up here and single me out. I'm going to step up to the plate and play some defense. But with that
Right.
being said, gentlemen, I'm going to check out this Smithsonian. I may check back in towards the end of the show, but y'all keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate the time that I was on. And I'm going to be listening to this classic rant by Armani. If it don't meet the criteria of a classic rant, you will not have another rant space on the Rent Numbers Club.
I
Y'all have a
told
good
him.
day.
I told him, Real. I told him. You
Yeah,
better
yeah,
save all that anger because we gonna want it.
yeah.
Hey, Red,
I'm going to be
Red, I need
listening.
one of those sweaters.
Huh?
I need one of those that hoodie right there, the Pass Town Proud hoodie. You just keep getting the
Just
swag
cash it.
everywhere.
Just cash at me $30 and you got one. No, I'm just
All right.
playing. We'll see what we can do. I'm this the only one that's been made so far, but once we get our merch, as the young people say, merch. When we get our merch game going, we'll definitely get you one. All right,
Okay. All right,
all right,
Rev.
y'all take care, man. All right,
All right,
peace
we'll
out.
holler at you. All right. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to jump into this one before halftime. Then after halftime, we coming back with you. We're going to jump into this. How long will the controversial Jay Morant be suspended? How many games do you think he be suspended? And how many games does he deserve to be suspended for his, let me put the quotes around it,
First,
action?
coach, you got to talk about what he did.
Let's get into that. Jay Morant decides he wants to ride out with one of his partners, the same partner who got suspended from the Grizzlies arena for acting a fool, and now he's riding with Jay Morant, and Jay Morant flashes a gun for whatever reason. He throws
Yeah,
up signs. He
I'm
flashing
finna
a gun, and now
butt.
he's set to meet with the commissioner. Well, he met with the commissioner. Now got to decide, what do we do? Third offense, really, because they had the issue with the high school player, where he got with the high school player, decided he wanted to go off on him, and they had a confrontation. Then he came back with a gun. Now you got it again. Armani, while Red is showing you what Jay Morant did, what is your thoughts on the situation?
Ja, brother, you know that you making all this money, and you want to go out there and act like a fool because For whatever reason, you want to be in the thug life so bad. You want to be street. You want to be this. You want to be that. You want to be the man. You want to hold the guns and show off your gun and all that other stuff. Dude, what are you doing, man? You making you $230 million. Why do you want to do that? If you're such a goon enthusiast, hey, you go and get you a few guns. Hey, get sponsored by some folks. Listen, you don't have to do all that, man. You want to be in this life that you so claim that you want to be a part of, and you don't know nothing about it. Apparently, you are a private school kid, so you don't even know nothing about that life. So I don't understand where it's coming from, and why now? Why do you want to act like a fool now when you have everything going for you? Now you about to lose it all over some dumb stuff. Let's just be smarter. Come on, dude. Like you have the world going for you. You got everybody cheering for you, hoping that you can be the guy in Memphis. But if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be suspended indefinitely. And you keep doing it, eventually the NBA is going to drop you. So, hey, take that how you will. Get your mind right, man. Get your mind right. You didn't have this your second time. Don't go to 3 strikes and you out. Get yourself together, young brother.
How many games do you think he'll be suspended, Armani?
Half the season.
Oh, that's 41 games. Wow, 40 plus.
Half the season.
Red, after your illustration of the J. Morant car ride, what is your thoughts on the situation?
No, I mean, like Armani said and everybody said, it's just it's a self-inflicted wound, man. And honestly, I don't know why any of us sympathize or feel sorry for this guy. I mean, look, dude, if you couldn't understand the ramifications of what was going on during that first suspension, how are we and anybody else? I mean, let's just take us in the black community. Us in the black community, dude. We have been critical on you. All of us have been critical on you. Oh, how stupid and how asinine you guys have got to be to blow the opportunity that you have to set you and your family up for life. And you just continue to blow this opportunity day after day. But hey, like us in the black community do, dude, we're not going to keep supporting no fools. We don't support stupidity and we don't support ignorance, okay? I mean, you already don't blew your Nike deal. They're going to drop you in a minute. Ain't no commercials, Powerade, or nobody finna hire you to advertise their sports drink or anything like that. So that's done too. Your shoe deal done. Yeah, your commercial aspirations done. And guess what? Like Armani said, if you get suspended half the season, dude, you better clap your hands and say, look here, because coach, how long do I think he gets suspended? 82 games and counting. 82 games indefinitely. Like, not just 82 games, and you have to prove to the commissioner that you deserve to come back after those 82 games. So guess what? While you on suspension for those 82 games, you got to be a choir boy. You can't get in any trouble doing those 82 games. Not even a freaking parking ticket, homeboy. One ticket of jaywalking, and those 82 games go up to 164 games now. I'm for real. Ja, boy, you are skating on thin ice, okay? You at the crossroads. It's judgment day for you, partner. I mean, like the commissioner, did you not hear the commissioner's words last week, y'all? This guy is completely disappointed with this guy, okay? He is going to make an example. He is going to throw the book. This is David Stern when Ron Artest went in them stands. I finally got an opportunity to throw a book and put my foot down. And this is on a guy who was just in his office 2 months ago. Not 2 years ago, not 5 years ago, 2 freaking months ago. As if, dude, are you that dumb? You can't stay out of trouble for the same, not a different crime, Armani and Coach. The same freaking crime that you got in trouble with 2 months ago and did interviews and told the world, promised the world that you had changed, that I'm a new man, I'm turning over a new leaf. Bullshit. You ain't doing nothing to turn over a new leaf. You ain't did nothing to change. And the sad part about this is, boy, you are a parent. You got a little girl. What in the world are you thinking? You still thinking that immature mindset of a man with nothing to lose, like you just out here in the hood, just living life carefree. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no responsibilities. Boy, you are a moron. When I called you a moron months ago, I was just messing around. I was just talking for sports purposes, just to, for team purposes, just hating on you because I need a new guy to hate on when LeBron retired. That was all for sports and fun and games. Lord have mercy, coach. Had this man prove me and validated me on that nickname. Lord, has he validated that nickname? I had no idea. You had validated that nickname. Dude, that nickname don't even fit you. That nickname is too nice for you, man. You're not a moron. You are just an asinine fool. Fool. God.
Yeah.
I mean, it couldn't be my child. That couldn't be my son. Cause we'll be having a real life.
What is your dad doing? Coming in at the games for. You don't need to be sitting at no games. You need to be at home bringing this kid in. I don't want to see this clown at the game. What are you supporting, T. Morant? Tell me, T. Morant, what are you supporting sitting at the games? Sitting at the games supporting what? Your ignorant son? That nobody got respect, that people are just losing respect for him day after day. So tell me, T. Morant, what are you supporting sitting at the games? Not a doggone thing. Everybody, there ain't nobody respecting your parenthood right now. Everybody looking at you as, what the world type of father are you to let this boy just go out of control like this? A friend? Man, don't need no friend. He need a father, man.
The parent.
I ain't even got no kids, and I know right now, what you doing is not fatherhood. It's insanehood. That's what you're doing.
That's it.
Insanity.
That's my point altogether. Where are your parents in this situation? You brought it up, Red. You a parent yourself. Armani says you a parent yourself, and this is what you're gonna do for your daughter, showing her she's not old enough, and she's young, but still she can. I guarantee she's seeing her dad in this trouble. And again, your dad sits at courtside with these free J. Morant t-shirt or whatever on the t-shirt, trying to advocate for what you're doing. You are an enabler right now, sir. You're enabling your son to be to lose money. And if anything, as a father, you don't want your child to lose money. I wouldn't, since you seem to be want to enjoy the lifestyle of a fan, a big time fan of Jay Morant and everything. You should be out there. You should have pulled him in the house. And old school, take a belt to him. I don't care what you do. But somewhere on the line, you got to do something to tell your son, "Hey man, what's going on? What's this with the guns?" And if nothing else, I still can't believe what Draymond Green said. Draymond Green said that Jay Morant is one of the smartest players in the NBA. I'm like, well, I guess that's on the court. I guess that's what he's talking about. He's surely not talking about off the court. So, somewhere along the line, somebody, even if it's one of your boys, one of your partners, will have to punch you in the chest and say, "Hey, man, enough is enough. You've done it. Okay, you do realize that they about to put you out the NBA. If he don't, then he's spiraling down that road. Next thing you know, he's going to be on 30 for 30, the Ja Morant story, and they're going to have him on 30 for 30, career lost. I don't know what they're going to call it.
Oh, come on, coach. What's going to be the name of it? We got to have one of your creative names.
Just like I just said, J. Morant, career lost, or something like that. I don't know.
We'll come up with a name, something probably Moranic Guns or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be your legacy, and you're going to go down as one of the best basketball players in history to lose a career because I want to be and another thing on the side, he may be getting death threats from those gang members who are seeing him throwing up them signs and like, hold it a minute, partner. You not with us. Why are you doing that? Let's put a stop to that right now, or we gonna come see you. They letting you go on because you're a famous black basketball player. They letting you hang out and do that, but they eventually get tired.
Yeah, I mean, they already don't gave him a pass. How many passes you think you're
How
gonna
many
get?
passes you need?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, one pass is enough. If he just slowed down after this first suspension, he probably could have escaped somebody trying him. But dude, somebody eventually gonna try you now. Now
Yeah,
you better be suspended for a long time. You better stay in the house, dude. If I'm you, I stay in the house.
yeah, because one of them cats that don't care about jail gonna find you, and you in Memphis already, dog. Memphis is already a somewhat of a violent city.
It's rough out there.
And Alexis say, I guess his father is too much into being his friend and profiling, which is true. That's very true. And Dana said, I have no words for Jay Moran's situation. He out of control. But the good thing for him is, lucky for him, it's still not late. Because but here's my thing, and I'm listening, we're gonna move on. I'm mad at Memphis too. I'm gonna say this to Memphis. Y'all pulling a little hypocritical move, I see. Now, Dylan Brooks, all he did was talk trash to LeBron, and y'all got rid of him. What you gonna do with Morant? Because he good, you gonna keep him? I mean, you got rid of Dylan Brooks, quick Van Hurt, and all he did was talk trash to LeBron. He didn't go out in the streets and act a fool. He just played basketball. But Morant, I guess because he's an NBA big time player, y'all love him. Y'all let him ride. Y'all suspended him, but what good that gonna do? You didn't suspend Dylan Brooks. You just said got rid of him.
Well, they probably got a little bit more money invested in Morant than Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Dylan a free agent. I think they gave Morant his bag last year, so they are highly invested in him to just throw him away as easy as they throw Dylan Brooks away. But like you say, man, you better get it together because contracts, what they call morality clauses in contracts, contracts can be voided if you keep doing this stupid stuff. They'll find some way to void that contract. And if they find any clause in that contract where it can be voided, guess what? You're gonna be on the Dylan Brooks train too.
Yep. All right, y'all. We going to halftime right now because when we come back, Philadelphia is on the hot seat, and one Armani Newsom is ready to roast them big time. We just anticipating and waiting and everything, but like I said, when we come back, our money is going to come forward and it's going to blast the 76ers. We'll be back. All right. We're back. When the music cuts off. All right, we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back from halftime. We're about to get into the situation in Philadelphia where Doc Rivers was made the fall guy, and he was removed from his job as coach of the 76ers because of their performance. They were out in the semifinals again. This is the third straight year, and you got plenty of moving parts in this one. You got Harden talking about leaving and everything. Red, we're going to let you go first because they said Armani has something to say, and we're going to let him have the full firepower to go at him. So, Red, what do you think? Was the situation with Doc Rivers, were they right to fire him?
I mean, he was there, 3 seasons, and we all know the expectations, where they definitely had championship aspirations. So I would say it's fair. It's fair because it's not like Doc was there and they needed him to build it up from scratch. It was technically already built when he got there. They just needed Doc to be that last piece to put them over a hump, that last coaching piece to put them over the hump. And unfortunately, they never got over the hump. They always got stalled at the hump, the same hump they've been installed at for the past few years, and that's the second round conference semifinals. And for the expectations that you have in Philadelphia with a player like Embiid, a player like Harden, role players like PJ and Maxey, and then the bench and so forth, that just wasn't good enough. Second round is just not good enough for that team. So with that being said, it was fair to move on from Doc, especially when you have Harden opting out. He might be moving on. You're not unsure of Embiid's future at this point. And right now, it's just the team. It's just, once again, we have another team at a crossroads because they tore it down years ago and started the process with hopes that they would have won a championship by this time. And at this point, they still have not. And you fired Bruce Brown for Doc Rivers. You moved out Ben Simmons. You moved out Jimmy Butler, which was probably a colossal mistake. And for all of those moves that you made, you haven't got a return on any of it. You understand? So, but a city like Philadelphia, as diehard a sports town as that is, and is starved for another NBA championship that they offer the Sixers, who haven't really won a ring since 1983, I believe. Dismissal at the coaching position was definitely warranted, and I'm kind of interested to see where we go from here.
Okay, Sister Dana, who is a diehard Philadelphia fan, said, "Can we be losers in peace? Also, the process of this team is a bust. Bad choices by higher ups, lack of heart and drive by certain players, and a coach or coaches that failed at putting the team in positions to win. Just start over." And Sister
Miss Dana, go ahead. Sorry, Coach.
And Alexis, I think Doc got a raw deal because the team quit on him and the politics behind James Harden's and the GM. And what were you going to say, Red?
I was just going to say, Miss Dana, trying to peacefully, in Philadelphia, that ain't happening. Not when the coach is fired and y'all have all these disappointments. Fans are going to rant and rant and rant. I mean, Miss Dana, they've been ranting since last Monday, and you about to hear another rant. So that's just the nature of Philadelphia sports. And honestly, you can't be upset with the passion and the pride. I understand it completely. I wish the Atlanta sports fans had the same passion and pride that the Philadelphia sports fan have when we lose after so many disappointments that we've had. We need that same passion and pride and not have fans calling the radio offering up a crap load of excuses is what we get down here in Atlanta. If we had that same passion and pride that those Philly fans had up there, we probably have a ring down here by now because we would have known this stuff down here in Atlanta would not be acceptable. And it ain't acceptable in Philadelphia, and you gotta love that from the fans. You just gotta love that. No excuses.
Well, speaking of rants, our own Armani is sitting by waiting. I might as well get a snack and probably cook some dinner because this might take a while. And we're gonna hear from Armani. Dana said,
Philly fans, they are fast with their rants because they just say what needs to be said and move on. Just tell us what we need to hear our money and get it out the way.
all right, Armani. Dana had her rant. She said, the floor is all yours, sir.
All right.
What do you have to say about your 76ers?
Okay. Let's go back in time a little bit. Just a little bit. We hired Doc Rivers to come in here and, like you said, Red, put us over the hump. And then we got one Jimmy Butler, who is still in the playoffs with Miami. You get rid of him because of one Ben Simmons and JJ Redick, who ain't even on the team no more. So, with that being said, you kept Ben Simmons with his non-shooting AWS, non-aggressive AWS. You keep him around too long, wait too late, then trade him to the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, we got in return James Harden. Okay, James Harden. What is he known for? Doing this? Choking? That's what he's known for. Oh, he'll have a great regular season, MVPs, scoring champ, all this. But when it comes to when we got to have it, he can't get it done. He can't get it done, no matter what team he with. Houston, OKC, Brooklyn, Philly, no matter where he go, we can't get it done. So now we at a crossroads. Harden, I don't care what you do at this point. Get off my team. Every time we need you, you can't never be there. All this Jekyll and Hyde, 40 points this game, 8 points this game, 30 points this game, 6 points this game. Why are we keeping you around? You can't get it done. You're not that guy. You're not clutch. I don't give a damn how many MVPs you win. Get off my team. Tobias Harris, you can go too. We brought you in here to be a good role player. Every time things get tough, you go into hiding with James Harden. So, with that being said, blow it up. Embiid talking about some, oh, well, I can't do it by myself. James can't do it by himself. Embiid, you deserve to be the MVP. But right now, you shouldn't be talking about anybody doing it by themselves. When I've seen 20 years ago, when Allen Iverson literally took a Sixers team to the NBA Finals by himself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Literally by himself. And that's no disrespect to my uncle. Aaron McKee. That's no disrespect. He had one or two guys, and that was it. Embiid, I don't want to hear this soft BS. Because that's what you're being right now, soft. And y'all want to shoot all these threes when the game on the line instead of taking it to the hole and acting like the big man that you are and bullying Al Horford because he's soft anyway. So, get up. You know what? Everybody that hasn't been contributing may leave. The only two people that really need to be here is Embiid and Maxey. And Embiid, you ain't got but so long here. You ain't got but so long before fans start looking at you the same way we're looking at James Harden. The only reason you get a pass is because you have literally carried this team on your back all up to the playoffs, and then you go soft. Come on, man. The fans deserve a championship. We've been trying to build a championship team for I don't know how long. We built it up. It's like a Tyler Perry film. Same story every season. Semifinals put out. Semifinals put out. When does it end? When does it end? So, Doc, thank you for your service. Get your AWS out of here. James, thank you for your service. Get your AWS out of here. Tobias Harris, thank you for your service. You get your light-skinned AWS out of here. And you bring in some guys that want to be here and that want to win. Because I'm tired of it, and the rest of the fans in Philly are tired of the same thing every season. I'm not an Eagles fan, but at least they got the Eagles to cheer for.
Yeah.
Stop all this choking. Every time. Doc Rivers, you have historically been a choker. Historically, you've been a choker. No matter what team you go to, you've been choking after that championship you won in Boston. And the only reason you won that one is because y'all had the former Big Three to beat LeBron and them.
No, Lakers.
My bad. Lakers. To beat Kobe and them.
Right. Still, I hate that one. That was been.
Doc Rivers, it's that time to retire, man. It's time to retire because you can't go anywhere else. Nowhere else to hide. You can't control your players. You can't control your lineup. You can't control your rotation.
Dude done lost 10 game sevens, man.
10 game sevens. So let's go ahead. Let's get these guys on up out of here. See what you can get for Tobias Harris, and let's get some quality guys in here. I don't care what you got to do. Move heaven and earth. Heaven and earth. Because it seems like y'all know who I want. Dame Lillard don't even want to be in Portland no more. I don't care what you got to pull to get him here. I don't care what you got to do.
But see, that's the thing, Armani. Coach, bring back up the double screens. So me and Armani can have a chat. That's the thing, Armani. Oh, sorry, y'all. Yeah, Dame. That was good, Rand. That was a good one, Rand. I'm proud of y'all, money. I know you've been holding it in all this week, brother. Me and real proud of you. I like how you threw some good shots up in there. I like your AWS stuff, your light skin.
Yeah.
Okay, some good one. That was a good one, Rand. Money. We proud of you. But as far as what was I going with this? Who was I talking?
Dame Lillard.
Yeah, Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard, that's who need to be the next rant need to be for, because it's like he's delusional up there. Dude, get a clue. Nobody is coming up there to play with you, so you yourself have to say, I appreciate my time here. I did everything for Portland fans. I love you guys. You will always be my family. But I want a chance at a championship. And I realized that with all the moves that have been made throughout the years, with the salary cap ramifications and whatnot, I know Portland is just not in the position to build me a championship at this point in my career. You got to be respectful, Dame, so they'll know that you love them. But to win a championship, you're going to have to move away from them. And that's the key. Dame, we respect your loyalty, but you got to be a little disloyal to get the ball rolling. And like Rev said, I think that would be a great. If we look up in the Sixers, got Dame Lillard, man, that would be awesome. But here's what I think is going to be the reality, Armani. To properly fix what Philly has ruined for the process. I don't know why I'm trying to sound like Rev here, but we need a little Rev action since he's here. But no, I'm just being myself. But this is what I think. And I think you know where I'm going with this. You've even said it yourself. To properly fix what Philly has destroyed and to properly secure you guys' future so you won't be sorry for the next 10 years or so, you know who you're going to have to move. You know who you're going to have to move. And you better do it while he still got some value. Because in a year or two, when folks starting to see what type of guy he really is, that he ain't that MVP type guy that he's crying to be, like he's cried to be for the past few years, and he finally was it this year. But you see where that got you. Eventually, I'm saying if you wait too long, you're not gonna be able to get the proper value for him. But you know what I'm saying. You're gonna have to move Embiid, and you're gonna have to trade him probably sooner than later, because like a lot of fans I've heard in Philly saying this week, I don't think you guys gonna win a championship with this guy. I think that moment has come and gone. I think the window has closed on the moment, because look at it. Embiid's been at 5-6 years. Okay, you don't have Butler don't came through, Jim Harden don't came through, Ben Simmons was there, now he's out, Tobias Harris don't came through. I mean, how many more moves you gonna make for this guy? So eventually he gonna be the move that you make. He eventually is gonna have to be the move that you make to get something to secure the future in the Sixers. And when I say move, I mean move them to where you can actually get something like an AD package in return. Because if you wait a year or two, the only thing you're gonna be able to get something is something you're gonna get for DeAndre Ayton. And you know that ain't gonna be worth 2 pennies. But if you move him now, say like why he got value, say like coming off an MVP season, who knows what can get from him. And you know, I can see the Knicks probably trying to get him and pair him with Brunson. The Hawks need thing about trying to probably get him and pair him with Trey. Well, look, what I think about Embiid, I don't think Embiid can carry a team by himself. Embiid probably needs that dog of a point guard to help him get to where he needs to get. And if not that dog of a point guard, he need a dog of a shooting guard or a wing player. Because just him alone, he ain't no Shaq. He ain't no Nikola Jokic. Okay? He not going to pick the team up, put it on his back, you know, get 30, 40 points, have 10, 15 rebounds, and like 9, 10 assists. That's not him. He not triple-double. He can score. He can get you some rebounds. He can block a few shots. But I just think Embiid eventually is the piece that you're going to have to move to secure your future. And I tell you what, I would keep Maxey. Maxey is a guy you can build around. Maxey is a guy that you can build around, and you can add pieces around him. You can add a point guard around Maxey. You can add a big man around Maxey. You can add a dynamic wing to play with Maxey. Maxey is the guy you keep and build around. Joel Embiid probably need to have his ASS on the way up out of there. And y'all need to start over with Maxey. And y'all need to make up your mind, make a decision, and decide to do this sooner rather than later to protect your future, or your future ain't gonna be worth nothing. Because eventually, have another season like this, and folks seeing Embiid ain't that real dog, and then, like I say, try to move Embiid after you had another couple of seasons like this and see what you be able to get for him.
Yeah, I just think that the man. I mean, like I and you heard me say, hey, it might be time to blow it up, and I agree with that. The problem is that the managers, the GM doesn't want to. He wants to keep Embiid and keep building around him. I said, okay,
we may have to get rid of him too, Daryl Morey.
Yeah. He
honestly don't know why they just didn't keep Elton Brand and try. Elton Brand was doing a good job by himself. I have no idea why they thought they needed Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey won nothing in Houston, and he ain't winning nothing in Philly.
Yeah, and I just think that I mean, if you are going to continue to build around Embiid, get somebody, get a prime player. If that's what you really want to do, if you really want to impress me, go get Damian Lillard. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care who you got to trade. Get a prime shooter, another prime shooter that can come in here and make a difference. If that's what you really want to do, if you got your sight set and you all gun ho, keep it Embiid, and get somebody else that can come in here and shoot besides Embiid, and somebody else that you can pair with him that can consistently shoot, that can consistently put the ball in the basket, that can consistently also play a little bit of different defense if you need it.
And somebody that when Embiid don't show up, the game ain't over. They can take over the game just like anybody. And then if Embiid see that my point guard taking over the game, maybe he'll get back into the game. But like I say, Embiid and a weak-minded, unfocused James Harden, get out of here. Jimmy Butler is the type of guy. I just who was making the decision in Philly not to bring Jimmy Butler back? I just don't understand.
Well, they traded him because Ben Simmons ain't like him, and they didn't get along. So they chose Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler. That's what happened. They chose Ben Simmons and JJ Redick over Jimmy Butler. You see what happened? JJ retired, and Ben Simmons got his ass on up out of here.
Well,
Oh, my bad, Coach. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That was a slip, Coach. But well, you see what the team is now.
Yeah. So we see what the problem is that what are you going to make the proper adjustments to fix? Either you're going to get rid of Embiid or keep him and put another prime player, not some past prime player like James Harden. He's on his way on the other side of his career.
But that's the thing they have to have. I need to know that I can get Lillard before I go ahead and commit to the rest of me. I need to know what I'm saying. If Lillard not saying he want to leave, if Lillard not saying I need to change, then who am I going to add around this guy? Who am I? Am I going to go get De'Aaron Fox from Sacramento? Am I going to go steal Trae Young from? I'm saying who is looking for a change that'll come here that'll be a good fit with this guy? Because he got to have a dog.
I had a idea that maybe Kyrie, but Kyrie can't even stay healthy long enough, so he gonna miss half the season. That's a waste. That's a waste.
But at least that'll be the guy that could be there for you in the playoffs.
Now I know one person that can give me talking about a walking bucket every night when he is healthy. That's Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I mean if they gonna commit to Embiid, like I say, I wouldn't be surprised if they bought him in. If they gonna say, okay, well we're gonna commit to Embiid for the next 2 years. Honestly, Kyrie might be the way to go. Yeah, I told you might have to put up with the weirdness, but just so you'll know when the playoffs start, if it's a healthy Kyrie and Embiid, you got a chance.
Yeah, and then you still got Maxey. So
right, that's what I'm saying. I think them three could have gave Boston a better series than Harden. I mean, you ain't gonna never come to a playoff game where Kyrie Irving just scored 9 points.
Oh no. See, that's what I'm saying. If Kyrie is locked, people don't understand when Kyrie is another player, he elevates to being another player when playoff time because we've seen Kyrie when playoff time come, he gonna get you 25 plus if he got to. Now, if he got a player like LeBron, he ain't really got to put up that many points, but we seen healthy Kyrie Irving, he can give you 25, 30, 35 points if he has to. So, 40. Yep, we seen that too. So, I mean, if Kyrie wants to go,
who the reason LeBron won a ring in Cleveland? Who hit the big shot?
If Kyrie not made that shot, there would be no ring. So, but the thing is that you got to have, if you want to bring on Kyrie, my thing is this: have a sit down. Hey, Kyrie, look. Hey, listen. We can't have all that. The earth is flat type of stuff. Hey, look, we here to play basketball. All right.
Well, to me, it would be a short-term thing. It would be like 2-3 years max. I mean,
just to see if we can win a championship. Now,
right,
if you can't win a championship after that, then you just blow the whole thing up.
No, you're right, because you're right. Embiid gonna be gone, and if you can't win these next 2 or 3 years, Embiid gonna be gone anyway. So really, if you're gonna commit to Embiid for the next 2 or 3 years, I would bring Kyrie in because I know in the next 2 or 3 years. I'll probably be tired of Kyrie. He can go in. Yeah, I know Embiid will probably be ready to go in the next few years.
He'll be tired of us. So at that point, it's no harm, no foul.
That might be the move to make. If Lillard ain't coming, signing Kyrie might be the move to make.
Yeah.
But now who's the coach? Now, because you got to have a coach that Kyrie and Embiid respect.
So apparently they're looking at you said it earlier, Red. Nick. No, not Nick.
Cassell
or Monty Williams. But hey, I mean, at the end of the day, we know the changes that need to be made in Philadelphia. And until they make those changes, we're gonna keep doing the same Tyler Perry dance movie, whatever you want to call it. So
I like that comment too on your rant. It's the same song and dance like a Tyler Perry movie, which is true. All his movies are the same.
Any thoughts? Any thoughts, Coach?
I like to show sisters.
Oh,
yeah, Coach, just keep moderating.
Yeah.
What's the next topic?
What do you think? What do you think we should do, Coach? What do you think the Sixers need to do?
Pray.
Well,
Then when you get through praying, get to pray again. I mean, Red said it on his page. He said Sam Cassell is the man. He's assistant coach. You got him in house. Promote him up. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean, it can't hurt.
At least that's somebody Embiid is familiar with.
Yeah,
you won't have to worry about having to get to know somebody else again. And then Kyrie, I don't know why Kyrie wouldn't spread Sam. I mean, Sam got 2 rings with Houston, former point guard. They should be able to get along.
Make it very simple. You don't have to go all outside the box. There, you got your man right there in house.
Right there.
So moving on. So there it is. All right, Armani has proven himself with his rant. He is fired up, and he'll probably be fired up.
The best rant he don't have it all.
And this rant is recorded, ladies and gentlemen, in case you want to watch it again. So, but anyway, all right, let's move on. We go into our 5 for 5. We got 5 topics. Rapid fire. Everybody gets a certain minute on it. Once we go past that, the big screen comes back up, and we talk about the different topics. We got 5 different subjects, and we got Rev coming back. Rev, we about to give it a 5 for 5.
I had to chime in. Hold on a second. Let me put my Bluetooth on. Hold on.
Okay.
You must need to chime in on your rant on money. Rev finna grade your rant. But let us know if we got future rants with our money or did he meet the criteria, Rev?
Rev, did you hear Armani's rant?
It was pretty cool. Just got to watch his language, but it was pretty cool. You know, I mean, he got a little loose. We had a little DNA action, and then he tried to dress it up with AS squared. So, but I mean, he was passionate. He had content, so it was a pretty good rant. So I give him credit. Just got to clean up the language. That's all. We're a clean show. But other than that, he made some great points, and he had some passion. I just wanted to chime in. The last thing the Sixers need to do is bring in another space cadet like Kyrie Irving. They don't need a space cadet like Kyrie Irving. You already had Ben Simmons. You already had James Harden. Why would you bring in somebody like Kyrie Irving? Yes, he has great game, but they need They need a guy who gives them mental toughness and stability, give leadership. And I think you bring in somebody like Kyrie Irving, you're looking at the same type of foolishness that you had in Ben Simmons and James Harden. So you need somebody who has more stability. Hopefully you want to try to bring in a wing. Like this would be the best time to bring in somebody like a Jimmy Butler, but that ship is already sailed because for me, you already got a guard. Like I think Tyrese Maxey is a good culture set. He's just young right now.
Yeah, that's what I think. Build on him.
Yeah, you have a good culture setter. They just need a wing guy who could be very solid.
Anybody you got in mind, Real?
I can't really think about. I have to really sit down and think about it right now because most of the guys are under contract. Like Jimmy Butler would be perfect for this team right now. To be honest, he would be literally perfect. Yeah, I mean, but you think about it. If you had Maxey, Jimmy Butler, and Joel Embiid, you got something right there. And you just surround those guys like Tobias Harris would fit with those 3 guys. And then you got like a Milton who they already have who can shoot the 3. They just got to get somebody who can shoot the 3 too. That's one of the failures of the Sixers roster building is that you got Embiid who's going to command double teams. They have not surrounded him with pure shooters besides J.J. Redick back in the day, and he was toward the end of his career. So now, if you're going to keep Embiid and make Embiid the centerpiece, and you're going to keep Maxey, who's an energy guy, then you got to surround Embiid and Maxey, who can break down the defense with shooters. If you don't get shooters, then you might as well get not Dennis Schroeder. I'm not saying Dennis Schroeder. I'm saying shooters, like 3-point shooters.
Yeah. What about a Buddy Hield or somebody?
You could do a Buddy Hield, somebody who could just flat out shoot the rock. Buddy Hield would be excellent. I think Dame Lillard would be a great guard, but if you're gonna keep Maxey, you don't need Maxey and Lillard. Both
Right.
of them are relatively small guards. So you need somebody who's on that wing who can put up buckets and like I said, that's the only one I could really think of because Jimmy Butler brings leadership. Also, he brings the will to win. And also, you got to have a guy who Joel Embiid respects, and he respected Jimmy Butler. And
What about
Armani,
what about a Jaylen Brown from Boston?
yeah, he would fit the bill. I just don't know him as a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. He's not very. He's vocal, but not like putting people in their place. You know, like Joel Embiid needs somebody to lead him. He
Right.
might be the best player, but he needs somebody who leads him. And because
What about
Embiid, go ahead.
what
What
about
about who,
Middleton?
Coach?
Middleton.
Nah. Middleton's a good shooter, but he's kind of moving toward the twilight of his career.
Yeah, he
You
ain't no
know,
leader.
he ain't no. You
It's not.
need somebody who's vocal.
It's not many leaders out there in free agency right now. It's not a lot of. You got a lot of shooters. I saw Van Vliet. I saw Harrison Barnes. I saw Crispy Porzingis. Those guys
None
are
of them.
leaders and shooters.
None of
Oh,
them. None of the.
Van Fleet might be kind of a leader. What you think about Van Fleet being a leader, real?
Nah. I mean, you got to have the game plus the leadership. If
Oh,
you want to bring
okay.
if you bring in Van Fleet to come off the bench, that's one thing. But you're not trying to bring him in to be playing during crunch time.
So,
Okay.
Red,
You know,
the thing is, you say Jimmy Buckets, but he would have to be open to coming back though, because he left sour.
well, no, he ain't leaving. I mean, that's why I said the ship is
He was just saying that could have been an option.
that's the type of player that the Sixers should want. You know,
You know,
they should have kept him.
if DeAndre Hunter had any type of pride and passion, he could be the type of player you could use, but he ain't got no pride or passion or no consistency.
Well, the problem is there are a lot of guys who are good, but the Sixers need leadership.
Right.
And Joel Embiid is the best player on the team, but he's not a leader at the end of the day. He's not a leader that's going to be able to get people. How do you get out of here? Hold on for a second. I'm trying to can I go right here? Well, how do you get out of here? Okay, walk around. This is my first
Red,
time.
you
So,
see what Dante said?
all right, about that. What he said?
Jaylen Brown going to the Hawks.
He might
been
because
hearing
he's a
that
Georgia guy.
for years. They
Well,
think
he's
because he's from
that
Atlanta,
way.
they think he's going to the Hawks.
Yeah, he's a Georgia guy. He may want to come back home and do something special with the Hawks, but you know, you got to. How many guys will Joel Embiid respect? At the end of the day, that's the question you got to ask. Who will Joel Embiid respect? If you're not gonna get a guy that Joel Embiid's gonna respect, then the Sixers ain't gonna they're not gonna make any great moves, or they're not really gonna be anything. They're not gonna be championship caliber.
Well, I don't know anybody right now. I mean, right now we at a standstill because we don't know. We just don't know.
All the
There's
way
not
out
a
the
lot of
building.
leaders
No, I don't.
that's
This
out
floor.
there.
Go through the glass doors from escalator.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I was saying we don't have it. There's not many leaders out there available in free agency. I mean, I don't know anybody that we can bring in right now because I mean, yeah, I don't know.
So as I get ready to close and get off this, because this place is phenomenal. I'm only on one floor. I'm about to get to the second floor. So if you're ever in the DC area, then you can get a ticket. This place is phenomenal. I've just been on one floor getting the culture about rhythm and blues, comedy, preaching, dialect. This is awesome. This is the last floor, so I'm going down. But
Make sure
anyway,
you go to the movie section, Real, so I can
did.
quiz you on that.
Well, you know, man, you'll love the movie section. I just left there. They had all costumes and all that stuff of various people who played different roles. They got the Black Panther suit here. They got different outfits from the Black Power movement in the 70s.
Okay.
All of that stuff. So the last floor would be your floor, Red. You would love that last floor.
Okay.
I'm going down to the community now, but to Armani's point, Armani, if there's nobody out here, then you got to do what Red said earlier, and as you got to think about trading Joel Embiid at the end of the day. That's really what the Sixers might have to do. If you talk about blow it up, can you really say you blowing it up and keeping Joel Embiid?
Oh no. That's what I'm saying. You blow it up, get rid of him too.
Yeah, you got to. So because he's the one that you're gonna get the most out of, and like I think I heard Red say, if you don't do it within the next year or two, then his value is going to be diminished, and you're not going to get as much as you can get. So I think the starting point may have to be Joel Embiid if you can't find somebody to lead,
Right.
because Joel Embiid needs a leader. He needs somebody to hold his hand and lead. And he's not. If you can't find nobody, Embiid got to be gone.
I was thinking about sending Embiid to New York. What you think about that, Real?
Who
To
you
play
getting
with
in return?
Brunson?
That would be good. The only problem is for the Sixers, you ain't getting nobody good in return. I don't want
No.
Rand.
They're going to have to throw Randall in the deal and give you some draft picks.
You need much more than that. I think with one person that could, well, two people, I can see Toppin doing well. No. You're getting rid of Embiid, then Toppin ain't enough. Randall ain't enough. they just don't have the pieces to make
Hey,
that
send
thing
them
work.
to the Hawks. Send
Now,
them to the
actually,
Hawks for Collins, Hunter, Clint.
Now, if I trade my best
yeah.
player, I'm gonna want the best player in return. You have to send Trey here.
Man, please, you can forget that. Trey ain't
Okay
coming
then.
out.
Okay
You
then.
forget
Yeah.
that. Hey,
They,
we'll give you Murray. You want Murray?
Nope, I want Trey.
Oh, Murray,
actually,
you need a leader. Rev said you need
actually,
a leader.
Trey.
well, DeJounte Murray hadn't shown much leadership, but I do believe he would be a good defender. The problem is he's not a great shooter, and
Yeah,
and
right. We
I
find
think
that out.
if I'm the Sixers, any trade with the Hawks that don't include Trey Young is dead on the rock.
Oh, well, just forget it, Hawks, then, because
Yeah,
you know
forget
what you can't. I
it.
want Trey and Embiid to play together. All
Yeah, I'm out of here, man. I just had to chime in just
right,
here.
Rev.
All right, Red.
Appreciate the
All right,
insight, buddy.
peace.
Oh well.
All right, Coach. What's the next topic? This is some good Sixers talk. Coach, unmute your phone. Unmute yourself, Coach. You muted. Okay.
My bad. Yeah, I was sitting there. 5 for 5. We got 5 topics. We're gonna let everybody chime in. You get your minute after the big screen come up, then you know it's time to shut it down. But hey, we got some good 5 for 5 topics going on. We got the music. All right. We'll start with you since it's your team first. And get ready to let the music play.
You ready?
Here we go. UGA lands Dylan Rayola. What do you feel about that?
How do I feel? I'm ecstatic as can be. This is the number 1 QB in the nation, and we got him. The top team in the nation got the top QB in the nation. Wow. So you can best believe we got a few more rings coming, baby. When I heard a few weeks ago we had a chance to get this guy, I wanted to temper my emotions because I didn't want to get all excited. And then the clown decided to go back to Ohio State after all that slurping they were doing for him. But Ohio State slurped and slurped, and he still said, guess what? Nope. No, Columbus, I'm going to Athens, and Athens, here we come. And we got him. Number 1 QB in the nation joins UGA. Wow, Armani. What you got to say about that, Bama?
Armani?
I mean, that's the kind of program that Kirby's built, man. They are attractive. We're gonna get some of the best players in the country. Now you got the number 1 quarterback, just like you got the number 1 quarterback a few years ago with Justin Fields. So I mean, it ain't no surprise. I mean, when you got one of the top programs in the nation, you're going to attract the top recruits. So, no surprise there. I hope he goes there and does well. I hope Kirby has an OC in place that can give Dylan the best, plan for success. Because we've been through it as well. If you don't have an OC in place that can get the most out of him, it'll be all for nothing. So, he'll be fine. Good job for UGA. I ain't going to praise him too much because I think the fans have done that enough. And then the UGA fans have becoming unbearably annoying these days. So, hey, congratulations.
Appreciate the realism and analysis. I appreciate that.
All right, next topic, Armani. What's your best NBA job? Phoenix, Milwaukee, or Philadelphia right now?
I'm gonna say Milwaukee because they already had their star player and Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. So I mean, Milwaukee's the most attractive. I mean, the only reason they got bounced out was because Antetokounmpo got hurt. So I'm gonna say Milwaukee, then Phoenix. Then Philadelphia, and then Phoenix. Because with Phoenix, we don't know how long they're gonna stay healthy. And then with Philly, we don't know how long. Like we just got done talking about, we don't know how long Joel Embiid is going to be a 76er. They might decide just to blow it all up. So, hey, Milwaukee is the best job.
Red?
I would have to agree with Armani. If I had to rank them, it would be Milwaukee, Phoenix, and then Philadelphia last. Milwaukee because of the stability, because the Greek Freak is going to be there, and it's not going to take much for a player to want to go up there and play with the Greek Freak. If I know the Greek Freak is Milwaukee, and I'm a good shooter, I'll sign up there with him in a minute. Phoenix, because you got KD and Booker for the next 2-3 seasons at best. KD, both of them 2 dynamic scorers. But the reality is they're top heavy. So you lose a lot to be desired with the bench, but you still got KD and Book, and that can get you some places. Philly, because of the instability over there, the instability with Embiid and the future surrounding him, the instability with Tobias Harris and the future surrounding him. Jim Harden is out. The coaching carousel begins. So that will probably be the least attractive job. But still, all 3 jobs are attractive and somewhat because you still got great players at each spot.
All right. Next topic. San Antonio came in as a surprise and won the NBA lottery. Your thoughts about the lottery, Red?
No real surprise. We know San Antonio does this every year. They super sorry. They did this with Tim Duncan, and now here 20-some years later, they doing it with Victor Wembanyama. Now personally, I thought Pop had already retired, but if he ain't retired, oh yeah, best believe he gonna stay around a few seasons to get this kid started on the right track. Now personally, I heard some people say they wish Pop would go ahead and retire so he won't scare this kid, or maybe a younger coach to start off with this kid. I don't know, but I know San Antonio is back in business again. That's what I do know. And that's good because, with all the battles my Lakers have had with these guys over the years, I hate to see them fall into oblivion, just never being good again. So I am happy that they got them a franchise player and they can go to work again, build it back up again, and maybe have some more battles with my Lakers for championship goal in the West. So good job, San Antonio. You won the lottery. Now let's see you build it the right way like you did before.
Armani?
They're going to get another great one, man. You've seen the Tim Duncans and then the Admiral, Robinson. So, they're going to get another good one. San Antonio, they've tore it down. Well, I ain't gonna say they tore it down.
Tore it down.
They tore it down because all their players retired, and now they're trying to build it back up the right way so they can get back to winning basketball. And I don't think it's going to take San Antonio long because San Antonio has always been historically one of the better franchises in the NBA. So, good on San Antonio. They're gonna get that kid.
Victor.
Yeah, Victor. I'm gonna just say Victor because I don't know. I can't say his last name. make sure when you get that kid, you put some size on him. He need to get into the weight room ASAP. So, I know he's good with the ball handling and he can shoot, but he needs to get in the weight room.
All right. Next topic. The fight this weekend, Haney versus Lomachenko. Your prediction, what round, and everything. Armani?
I'm going to go Haney in the 8th round by knockout. This guy is not ready for Haney. Haney is a light tank knockout artist. Loma's he's a bit small too. I think Haney is the favorite because he's bigger, faster. No offense to Loma, but Haney gave him a good push yesterday. Or was it the day before yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, he almost puts him to the ground. I'm just like, dang, dude, you look light. But, hey, we'll see. Haney, 10th round, knockout.
Red?
Oh, my God. Well, that push yesterday, I mean, how you in the camera shot before the push? And after the push, you're not even in the camera shot no more. That is one big push. You, like Armani said, man, I don't think you're ready for Haney, man, because Haney not even that big himself. He's a small dude with a lot of muscular, but as far as like size, neither one of them are that big. And for Haney just to just to push you completely out of the camera, oh my God, man. Well, Haney, you better not lose tonight. I know that. You lose tonight, dude, in there. You talk about a gag, but Loma, you got to be ready to defend yourself after that push, though. So I'm gonna tell y'all, money, the first 3 rounds of this fight gonna be something right here, because I know Loma ready for that get back after getting embarrassed like that yesterday. I mean, man, probably had his girlfriend watching, kids and everything, just get pushed like that. Oh, man, it's on and popping now. I can't wait to get into that ring tonight. That's how Loma should be thinking.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good fight.
The first 5 rounds should be something.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of fights,
wait a minute, Coach. We actually want to hear your opinion on this one.
I said Loma by decision. Because I think he's gonna try to stay away from him long enough to be sneaking in some stuff. He's not gonna go straight at Haney. So I think he can use a little strategy to try to stay away, man. Because he know Haney could take him out in any minute. I think he's gonna strategize, and Loma might win by decision.
So you saying he gonna let Haney come out there with all that emotion and let him weigh it down?
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to psych him out because he know Haney is on a edge right now, ready to kill him, and he's gonna try to stay away from him and do what he can to win the fight.
You know what, Coach? That might be his only shot at a victory. Wear Haney down and to go for that decision. But he gonna have to be effective with his jabs and lands. You can't miss a lot, because his jab's gonna be everything. If that's the plan he's gonna do.
Yeah, like I said, the first 5 rounds gonna tell the story. If Haney able to get them clicks in, well, it's not gonna be much of a fight. If he's able to get him, but if he stays away from him and do a little counter punching here and there, who knows? But
so pretty much Loma got to be Floyd Manny Mayweather tonight.
Yep, there you go. Say that again. I fight that Floyd Mayweather fight. Like, excuse me, I don't want to get in there. Yeah, I'm sneaky when I can, but I ain't trying to go hit with you.
Yeah, all right. We'll see if that game plan works. Cause Haney might sneak a couple in and catch him.
All right. Speaking of fights, what's your best sports fight? Red, what's the best sports fight you done seen?
Well, there's a few of them. I mean, some that just stick in the brain. Of course, you got the Auburn Hills brawl in the Palace. You got Nolan Ryan getting Robert Ventura in the headlock. But the one that just always stick in my mind is the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks. And the one with Jeff Van Gundy hanging on to Alonzo Mourning's leg. I mean, hair just all over the place. They got to literally gotta pull Jeff Van Gundy off of his leg. Like, Jeff, what are you doing? Trying to fight the man leg? Let go, Jeff. Jeff, let go of his leg. And then they finally pulled Jeff out of him. You think Jeff was out there fighting? No, Jeff was trying to play peacemaker and break it up. It was really Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson doing a little. And from all of that, I don't know how Jeff Van Gundy ended up on Alonzo Mourning leg, but Alonzo Mourning shaking him off his leg like he a little mosquito or something. So that Knicks and Heat fight was very memorable for me.
Armani.
I'm gonna say the Malice and the Pilots, man, because I remember that day vividly. You know, little young me, I'm supposed to be in there doing my homework. You know, Friday
night, no way you can do that.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in there working on something. I was working on something, and I'm in the kitchen. I just see all these people, and I see Ron Artest going to the stands, and you know, my mama behind me cooking dinner. She was like, "Oh, they fighting." I said, "Yeah, ma, look at this. And then, you know, that was a crazy one because that's the one I can remember the most because that was a crazy fight. I ain't never seen a sports fight like that before in my life until that moment. So that was my most memorable fight in sports.
Man, let me tell you, I got home from work one night. That same night it happened, and I just cut the TV on, and I knew they were playing. I knew Indy and Detroit were playing, but when you cut the TV on, you just see crowds. You just see crowds of people on the court. You just see, I'm like, what the fuck? Because you know, you only see that scene when it's a championship. When you see folks on the court. So I'm just looking like, what is going on here? Why are these people on the court? And you just show replay, because I think I got home like right after it had just happened, and they just showing highlight stuff. Man, I couldn't believe it. But I'm glad I recorded that game, because I got to rewind it and see it all happen live.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was wild. That was wild. And hear all the debate shows talking about it the next week.
Okay. Dana said, love Jeff Van Gundy trying to be peacemaker. Yeah, the Palace was a little heavy. Yeah, that one the Palace kind of stood out because there's never been a thing where a fan would be that bold to throw something on a player on Ron Artest, and Ron Artest went in the stands with no kind of thought whatsoever. You know, you don't ever see fights like that when players go in the stands, and then people in the stands. The guy tried to fight Jermaine O'Neal, and Jermaine O'Neal said, "Not today," and they had to take him out. So that one set the bar. I don't think it's going to be anyone like that, even though there's been some hockey fights that have been crazy, but still nothing like that one. That one was out of control. But the funny thing, I'm still laughing about Jeff Van Gundy sliding around the arena trying to hang on for dear life. Like, no. And I'm like, Jeff, get up, dog. Get up, please. You look bad. Get up, dog. You didn't have a chance at that one. All right.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was 5 for 5. That was our 5 for 5 topic today. All right. Red, you about to be on to give us our Braves report. So get ready. We find the music.
All about that one. Yeah.
Oh, no, the Braves report it may be a little better this week. Maybe I'll say.
Yeah, I'm ready. I got it all written out. I was ready.
All right, here we go.
It's game time. It's GT.
Well. What's up?
I said, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. What's up, y'all? Braves report. A little late this week, man. We usually have this one early. That's why I forgot all about it. But I'm glad I didn't, because I was actually ready this week. I actually took some time to write out a good Braves report this week. Because after that awful 2-4 road trip, you know what I'm saying, finally made it back home. We had a decent week. 4 games, went 3-1. Like I said, we got the homestand started off right by beating the Seattle Marshmallows 6-2. Mariners? Oh, sorry. Seattle Mariners 6-2. Marshmallows, Mariners, who cares? We finna rope them up and beat them some more. Anyway, beat them 6-2 last night. But in other news, Charlie Clutch Culberson has been called up from AAA, so he's back with the franchise. Orlando Arcia returned his hot bat and solid defense to the lineup. Acuna, 4-game home run streak came to an end. But Junior Harris, his Gold Glove defense has just begun as he gunned down not one, but 2 would-be base stealers at home this week. As my co-host Rev says, Michael, and the kid is not my son Harris. I'll say Junior, and the home plate is not your home, Harris.
All right. That's the Rays report. Okay. Yeah, but Ronald Acuna just continues. If he's not going to be MVP this year, I don't know who does the voting. I don't know who does the voting. If he's not your MVP,
this race
right
might be over with before the All-Star break.
I tell you, because he's on fire. He is just raking it. He's stealing bases. He's hitting home runs. He's hitting for average. And I mean, and nobody in major leagues that's raking it like him right now. I'm sorry. So Acuna, he continues to do what he does. He's going to be your MVP this year without a doubt. And the Braves going to continue to make the playoff. Just have to steal a pitcher from somebody. Don't know who it's going to be. They just got to steal somebody. Strider continues to look good. Elder is not bad. He's pitching pretty decent. The old man, Charlie Morton, continues to chug on. They see how many innings he can give. And Charlie says, I can give you what I got, just like on Major League. I'm throwing everything I got, Skipper. And he's still out there. And Red, have you heard anything from Soroka?
He's doing okay. And he's doing okay. They want to be careful with him because they know we're gonna need. They really know we're gonna need him now. So they don't want to bring him up, and they have to they don't want the yo-yo thing. They don't want bring him up, throw him back down. When they bring him up, they want him to stay because they know we need him. So they really wait until he's completely really ready. That's what I'm hearing. But your boy Acuna, man, this kid, I mean, number one, he's number one in so many offensive categories right now. Number one in OPS, number one in hits, number one in runs. Top number 1, 2 in batting average,
base stealing.
God, I mean, yeah. I mean, if he played 150 games, there's no way he's not gonna win National League MVP. There's just no way. The race might be over with by the time the All-Star break comes. It's just I'm happy for this kid because I want to see a healthy season from him. It's a shame that he contributed the first half of our World Series year, but the second half. You know, we missed him. We didn't miss him, but I would have loved him to got some playing time on the field to really, feel like he was a part of the championship team, even though he still was a part of the team because we don't go to the playoff without that first half from him before he tears ACL. So, like I said, I'm just so happy for the kid. I mean, he was hyped up before he got here, and I'm just so happy that he's living up to the hype. I love his passion. I love his pride. I love everything he brings to my Braves. Like I say, it's just a joy to have a player like that playing for your team.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We're about to shut it down. We're coming up to You Have the Right. We're going to pick out somebody that has the right.
We got to get those pitchers, though, back, man. Like you say, we got to make a move. I don't know. Alex, better be looking at who all the sorry teams, all the teams that's out of it. Chicago, they got some good pitchers. Look at the White Sox. Who else? That NL Central. Look at some of them Cleveland pitchers that they be having in the back of their minor league. Don't nobody be thinking of. I'm saying there are pitchers out there to go get Alex. So really, we and coach just trying to tell you, no excuses. We don't think we're gonna give you an excuse, right, Coach?
That's it. 5-1. They out there.
It's somebody out there to find. You got Elder. We got Elder, Morton, and Strider. So you got 3. Freed and Wright will be back. You got Soroka coming up. So you just really need to find maybe 1 starter and 1 bullpen guy, Alex, because we ready. The bats are here. Now we cannot waste this championship lineup because you weren't able to find an additional starter. So
yeah, because you got hitters. You ain't got to worry about that. They gonna hit the ball. Just got to find somebody to shut this thing down and hey, make it worthwhile.
Even Ozuna trying to come on lately.
Oh yeah, somebody done slapped him and woke him up. I guess the DUI done cleared up. With alcohol level down, so he ready to go. So hey, they paying too much money to let him sit. So you gotta do something. Armani, who has the right to do what and why?
Jimmy Butler, you have the right to go ahead and put the Celtics on out their misery. Why? Because I'm tired of hearing about. They need to break that team up. Just like we need to break up, they need to break that team up too. Because at the end of the day, you got a 2-0 lead. You're going back to Miami. After Celtics lose this series, Tatum or Brown, one of them got to go. And I already know who it's going to be. Probably Brown. So, hey, go ahead. Let's go ahead and get this over with. That's pretty much it. Jimmy Butler, hey, you already got your foot on their neck. Go ahead and break it.
I read who got the right to do what and why.
Yeah, it's gonna be Brown. It should be both of them. Tatum and Brown could go. Celtics smart, get rid of both of them chokers. Ain't neither one of them gonna win anything for them. But anyway, like I say, don't want to wait too late to trade Jason Tatum. Why you better trade him now? Why he got some value, Boston? Shoot, ain't gonna win nothing. All them. No, sorry. Y'all know I got the cloud of Celtics. All right, sorry, coach. Who has the right to do? When, what, where, and why? You see this jersey I'm wearing? Well, you guys had a right to win. Well, at the crypto, win tonight. Who? The chicken nuggets. And how? I don't give a. You know what? Just win. Today and Monday, you got a right to win. Both home games, LeBron, AD, you must protect the home court. You have a right to do this. And if you don't, you see my foot, it is going to be in your butts next week. Because if you thought our money rant was something, just wait to my rant next week if y'all boys don't get it done. I swear, this is your warning, LeBron. This is a warning. This is the message. Get it done. Or else you're going to feel the wrath of Red. And you know you don't want that.
Armani, did you or Red said he going to take his foot and put it in their butt? Not the word you use.
Well, personally, coach, I wanted to use that word. So.
I know, I knew it was coming, but you got it. All right, y'all.
Yeah, we got enough FCC violations from our money today. We can't afford these others. We can't afford all these violations.
All right, y'all. Yeah, we can't get all of them out there. But
coach,
anyway,
coach, who you have a right?
Oh, let's see.
Steelers.
Caleb Love. Yeah, Caleb Love. You have a right to make up your mind about what you want to do. You left in North Carolina. They thought you were going to Michigan. Now you left Michigan and you out there in limbo. You had a right to decide where you want to go, because either way it goes, you're not going to have success like you did when you was at Carolina. But hey, you made the call. You made the choice. You was averaging almost 20 points a game in Carolina. Maybe you can go somewhere like Texas. They may need a crazy shooter like you are. But hey, enjoy your life, Caleb. I hope you get somewhere and make a career out of it. I don't know where you're going. I thought Michigan would be the place, but you know, is what it is. But anyway,
hey, you taking my tick?
Yeah,
come on, George Tech, Caleb.
It's been a great show, everybody. We had our Armani rant. Armani earned rant status today for what he did. Lakers, you all have heard. You do not want Red to come on here next Saturday and destroy y'all. So you have heard the Lakers. You need to come up and do some damage, or else you gonna get it. But hopefully y'all try to see what you can do, because everybody on the panel picked the Lakers. So y'all got to come up and do something. We'll see.
Well, it's the Queen is gonna get it. You don't want gonna get it.
All right, y'all. The clock on the wall says that's all. We'll be back next Saturday. Maybe the Rev will be back with us after his tour of the DC Smithsonian, which he's having a ball with. Sister Dana said, "Good day, everybody. Great show. Thank you, Sister Dana. We hope you're feeling well."
We finally got word from Mitch, y'all. He's just waking up. He was a little drunk last night. So I don't blame him. After that 0-2 start, I don't blame you for getting drunk.
Okay, drunk. You're gonna be more drunk.
He put it on my page when I called him out. So y'all will see the little post where I called him out. That's what he told us.
Okay, man. You're gonna be more drunk if they lose Sunday. You might take a whole
he gonna be in AA if they lose Sunday.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.